One.
Star Wars is now 40 years old.
Welcome to Fat Man Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Okay, so Star Trek Discovery is happening whether you want it to or not.
What is the sonic power Black Canary uses called in the comic book?
Canary cry?
Correct!
This episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast is brought to you by our promo code on Jinx.com. Use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout and save yourself 10% off of all the gamer swag you can find on Jinx.com. Yes! QuitStalling_366 will save you a little bit of moolah, a little bit of money on your purchases, just like the Spring 2019 collection, available now. Oh yes, if you're into Lucio and you want the tour shirt that Lucio has when he goes on tour, or if you're into battle mechs and a huge fan of K-pop star Hana Song, head on over to Jinx.com and use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Quit Stalling Geekcast, and I am your host. I am Herald Silvestre, welcoming you to the Quit Stalling Media Studios studio. Oh my word, it is a very, very fresh Friday morning here in the Quit Stalling Media studios. And I got my lovely co-hosts joining me from all across the globe. So, well, one closer than the other for the meantime. And we'll get to them in just a second. But I want to welcome everyone once again. It's been a week and a half. It's been 2 weeks since we last did a Quit Stalling Geekcast, and I'm hyped, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hyped. But without further ado, let's get to my co-hosts. This man has been on the show. He's the longest running Quit Stalling Geekcast co-host, and he deserves the title. All right. And he has no relation to Zoe. Ladies and gentlemen, the chosen one. It's Juancho Saldana. How you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? Dude, am I really the longest running?
Yes. For now, you like
weird.
at the moment, you've surpassed everyone else.
Dang, dude, it still feels like yesterday. I just messaged you on Facebook and I'm like, hey, guy, can I do a podcast? Like, I literally just saw your Facebook post, and I've been thinking about it for the longest time that I wanted to do a podcast. And I'm like, just message you, and then the next thing you know, I'm on the next show.
Oh man.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, what's up, guys? Sorry about the potato camera.
It's fine. You still look handsome.
No, I'm pretty sure it's because of the potato camera. The blurry I am. It's like the blurrier I am, the better sometimes. But but yeah, I'm hyped for this show. I'm hyped to. We have a lot to talk about.
So much.
A lot, yeah.
So much. Well, we're gonna get Juancho's origin story in a separate video that we're gonna record really soon. But with me and Juancho today, we've got the sensei of humor himself. Yes, grasshoppers, clap yo hands. It's Derek O'Brien.
Woo! What's up, guys? I'm excited, dude. If you guys were checking the pre-show, I've been trying to figure this thing out with Juancho. It's just like bothering me now. But anyways, so I'll take the second longest running co-host on the show. That's fine. I don't have a potato camera, but I have a potato face, so sorry about that. But other than that, I'm excited too, man. We've been off for like 2 weeks, man. A lot to cover. Exciting news today. If you guys are Game of Thrones fans, you're gonna love today's discussion. It's gonna be awesome.
Dang,
I can't wait.
I can't wait as well, sensei. And you know what, guys? I'm curious. It has been 2 weeks. What have y'all been up to?
I'll go ahead.
Go for it.
I have been enjoying my vacation. Honestly, Philippines.
Oh, that's good.
I've been getting like a massage every day, kinda.
Oh,
After the
yeah,
show,
yeah.
I have a schedule for 2 p.m. So you have to end it fast, okay? like going straight after the show. Just saying. And then, but yeah.
Wait, you're going straight after the show?
Yeah, dude. It's like 2 p.m. It's like 11:30.
You're going straight, like after the show? So you're not going straight?
Okay. Is that your joke, Derek? Is that your joke?
I'm leaving.
You do better than that.
I told you, potato face.
You're better than that.
But yeah, and just enjoying the vacation. This is my last weekend in the Philippines, and after this, I should be back in the U.S.
Oh
which
wow!
is
When's your flight?
26.
Oh dang!
Yeah. So
You got a week.
we have a week to schedule me going back to Manila for that recording thing, Herald's.
Yes, because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Yep.
I'm excited too. What you got? Whatever's happening.
Also,
see what's
so
happening.
I've been watching clip of trying to find that super secret Geekcast that I did apparently, and I'm not sure, but episode 61, I'm in like a really dark room. I'm like in a really dark room.
That's the one, dude.
That's the one.
And then
Okay. So for those that didn't watch,
Star Wars thriller.
I told you, dude. It's Star Wars. I knew it.
I don't know though. I don't know. I haven't
for-
been able to watch all of it, but
for those that weren't here during the pre-show, especially the ones listening to the audio podcast, Juancho and Derek were talking before the show. Actually, Derek was emphasizing the fact that Juancho came over Derek's place in Seattle a year ago or so.
a year ago,
and did a Geekcast right next to Derek while he was sleeping, and Juancho didn't believe him, and then Juancho started going Detective Pikachu on us and looking for the clues and the evidence, and he might have just found that very instance that Derek was mentioning, and Derek's freaking out now. Derek, are you looking at it?
That's this like corner, like right here in my room. I'm telling you, dude. I swear he did it here. I like almost true. Right? That was like that little corner, right?
DZ's in the chat saying, did Derek call Juancho a potato face? No. Derek called himself a potato face.
No, I said, because Juancho said he had a potato camera, and then I said, well, I have a potato face, so it kind of works out.
The beard offsets it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't do that, because, like, I can't grow facial hair, so my lack of a chin is just offset by the fact that I lean really far forward. All right.
I like to cover my lack of a chin with more chin. You know?
Why have one when you can have two?
Yeah, you know?
Oh, man. Watch, can you grow facial hair? I forgot. We talked about this before.
It's hard. It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird. It's patchy.
Yeah.
Is it like the Chinese?
Yeah. It's definitely neckbeard. It's neckbeard stuff, not.
Oh man! All right. Well, we'll talk a lot more about your neckbeard in just a little bit, but I'm glad we're doing the show. We got so much to talk about, and I think we can just do some shout outs now if you guys want to give shout outs, and then we'll dive right into it. So who wants to give props to anyone, like DZ in the chat? DZ, thank you for joining us, brother.
Ooh, DZ, go take the fourth slot again. Let's go right here. Right there.
You know Bowser doesn't work you that hard. Come on, DZ. Come on.
I know you want to, dude.
You know you want to. All right, let's go. All right. So, is that it? I'm gonna shout out.
In the chat? I'm looking to find.
Yeah, I know Francis is home. Okay, so Francis, we hope you're feeling better. We know you're not feeling. You haven't been feeling well the past few days. Shout out to Francis. If you're not here right now, we know you always listen to the show after in one way or another. So thank you. Hope you're feeling better. And DZ in the chat says, nah, not today. There's actual work to be done today.
Actual work.
And it's fine. DZ doesn't watch The Thrones yet. He's waiting for the season to end so he can binge everything. So,
Really?
Yeah.
And that's
never
good.
seen
Just
Thrones.
get all your disappointment in like one go, so you don't feel that bad.
It wasn't lady. All right, let's.
Hey, Juancho, you know what though? Now that you're talking about that episode, I see the date, and I actually think I'm not gonna hear the end of this. Did you ever come visit me when I was still living with my mom?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the guest room, dude, at my mom's house. I swear to God, that's their room. Because
Yeah.
April, dude, that was before I got Chloe. That had to be then, dude.
I think so. I think that is.
Yeah.
I think that is your mom's room.
Yeah.
I think I remember now.
Yeah, because that wall looks like my mom's guest room.
I visited for Christmas. That one. No, that was ages ago. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
think about it some other
anyway.
time. Some other time.
Anyway, my bed, it happened, guys. We did some stuff. It's like-
Stay tuned to the next episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast to find out the thrilling conclusion of Derek and Juancho's torrid night.
yeah, right.
All right. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get to our little bit of news right now so we can get to the bigger parts of the show. Let's go.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
It's the news, and the news is brought to you by Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. They just had Free Comic Book Day last week, or was it the week before? All right, right after the Avengers Endgame special. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. But of course, if you're in California, head on over to Oceanside and check out Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar, where you can get coffee and comics at the same time. Head on over to Mission Avenue in Oceanside, California. Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. Say hi to Lachelle and Eris and Tio while you're there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of news today. Just a smidge of news today. All right. Derek and Juancho, in a strange turn of events, some would say very sparkly turn of events. I can't English right now. Events. It seems as if, as of today, as of a couple of hours ago, it's looking more and more likely that we will be getting a successor to Ben Affleck's Batman. And sparkly as he is, it may be, he's in final talks for this, it may be our Pats himself, Robert Pattinson. Thoughts on this, guys? Thoughts on this?
I don't know, dude. The role is a joke anyway.
Oh, damn, Juancho's not pulling punches now.
He already is a Batman. Let's leave him at that kind of Batman. That's weird, dude.
I don't know. I guess because isn't the Batman right now the older Batman, but he still looks really young.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
So are they like rebooting the entire story, which I would mind?
Probably are. DC's kind of scrapped that whole extended
What
universe thing.
Batman is this now? Like 25?
I don't know, dude. Dude, he could be as Robin. Just be a Robin. No, he should be
Actually, I wouldn't
Joker.
mind.
He's
No,
Joker.
dude,
He's like.
He could be that Joker Batman we were talking about. Wait, what's his name?
Oh yeah, he could be
He has that
What's his
smile.
the Batman who laughs.
Yeah. Dang it. We keep forgetting the.
I think he can just be.
No, that's
Random
literally his
comic
name,
is-
the Batman who laughs.
Is it the Batman who laughs?
Yeah, that's his
He can
name.
just be the Riddler. That's it. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, it is the Batman
No,
who
man.
laughs. Okay, yeah, he could be the Batman who laughs. Like, oh man,
Oh, he could be the
Terrifying.
Riddler too. Dude, he just I don't know.
just not Batman. is
It's
what
like
you're
I
saying.
can see him in so many things in the Batman universe, but not Batman.
I can't even. I thought you were gonna say I can see so many things in the Batman universe, but just not this happening at all. I don't know, dude. I actually recently watched Twilight. I just don't think it would work.
Why?
Oh, really?
Why would you recently watch Twilight?
Just sometimes you
world?
just want to watch werewolves. I watched it for Jacob. Just leave it that.
Sometimes-
dude, he just has those like.
Don't worry. I was Team Jacob too. Just saying.
Good. It's good. He can't be Batman, dude. It's gonna be weird. He's gonna have those like smug. I don't know. See, like Ben Affleck, dude, he's been in a lot of movies,
Yeah.
but like you can still
Yeah.
kind of see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I can't see it with Rob. I can't at
But
all.
the thing is, I actually haven't seen Robert Pattinson in any other movie besides Harry Potter
Twilight.
and
Yeah.
Twilight. So
Oh, Harry
Exactly.
Potter. I forgot about Harry
Exactly.
Potter. Diggory, diggory, diggory.
So
boy!
maybe we'll see. And honestly,
That
who
was
cares
so
anymore
sad.
right now, right? Who cares?
Oh damn.
Because
Yeah,
F Batman, right?
F Batman.
Yeah,
Titans.
That's
Surprisingly better than that one trailer would let you.
what I've
believe.
heard. I've heard it's actually. pretty
Yeah, me
good.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I've heard good things, but just because of that trailer, I've still never picked it up.
Man, yeah, it just proves how trailers can actually be crucial to people who are new to something. You know, like it's not like Star Wars or the MCU where
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
you wouldn't mind not watching the trailer because you don't want to get spoiled too much. But like Titans was a new thing, and everyone was like, "Oh man, he said F Batman. It's gonna be that edgy stuff that what's his name has been feeding us in the Batman Superman era."
Blair's guy, what's his name? Right?
No, not J.J. Abrams. The other guy, Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, right. Zack
Yeah.
Snyder.
So that's what everyone was worried about. And you know what, guys? Speaking of Star Wars, we got some Star Wars news very quickly.
Oh my
Kathleen
God.
Kennedy has announced that we're getting
Oh.
3 new Star Wars movies coming in the coming years after the main saga ends this year. And I don't know how closely tied into the guys we'll be talking about it later on in the show will be, because you know there have been rumors that D&D, David Benioff and DB Weiss, have been signed on for to write Star Wars movies, and I don't know if they're getting all of these because there are rumors that they get a trilogy. BMO King of in the chat is giving us the not like this emo.
And no,
We'll give
this
our
is-
thoughts on D&D
we're just-
later.
We're just bad news after bad news, dude.
Oh, God, I know.
Oh,
Because
man.
the last time they gave a freaking Star Wars movie to a TV show writer or TV show guy, he had that
Look what
red
happened.
text bullshit.
Yeah.
And also
happened?
D&D,
What happened?
we got freaking red text Star Wars thing. I forget.
Oh,
The Last
right. Yeah, with Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
That's
yeah,
that's
that's
a
true.
prime example
And
of a
and
trailer
everyone loved-
misleading us.
everyone loved Ryan Johnson. Everyone hates D&D. There's a petition
Yeah.
right now that's like 500,000 signatures to get someone else to do it in the season 8 of Game of Thrones
Yep.
again.
Like redo
Yeah.
it. Like just redo it. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of all for it at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. So that's the thing, right? We have to wait until D23, Disney's convention, where they nowadays reveal their big stuff, like
You
what they
mean
have in store for
D20?
Star Wars.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, D23.
Why is it called?
That's like their con.
Why is it called a 23 though? Why 23?
There's an explanation online actually. D23. I forgot why, but
It's gonna be D20
it's like
this year because of Star Wars Squad.
Oh, D is for Disney and 23 because 1923 is when Walt Disney founded the company.
Got it.
Yeah, it'd be like calling our convention the QS16. Yeah. Like,
Oh.
yeah. But yeah, so we have to wait till D23, which is, I think, I have to open that tab up again. It is in April? No, sorry, August 23 to 25 of this year. So that's where they'll announce probably the titles and what exactly the details are for these movies. Hopefully, Benioff and Weiss aren't too involved.
Dude, I
and-
was just thinking, D23. Wow, this is like a Disney convention, so it's family friendly. And I was like, oh, so finally a convention without a Deadpool. Then I realized Deadpool's owned by Disney now.
Yeah. Right.
My bad.
Jeez, what isn't
Oh,
owned by
man.
Disney at this point?
That's true. That's true. But yeah, we will probably get some news on how the Fox previously owned Marvel properties will be, because we're actually going to get all the upcoming 4th phase Marvel movie announcements likely around that time as well. So I'm actually excited. I want to see where the MCU will be heading. I want to know
Yeah.
where the next Avengers will be
Oh,
directed
yeah.
towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Some people have been speculating
Star
Avengers
Wars.
versus X-Men. No, not Star Wars. No, not Star Wars.
Good news
No.
too. I actually had an article I read that Thor signed for 3 more movies. so that's good.
Yes! Hemsworth!
Oh, nice.
That's our boy.
That'd be-
That's our boy. And he's just found his stride, you know? He's just found, like, this whole nother layer to Thor, so it's the perfect time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the perfect time.
God, yeah, honestly, yeah. After watching it 3 times, he's probably the funniest person in that whole movie. To be honest,
Oh, yeah.
like his one-liners are just so funny in that movie.
Yeah, dude. After
That's
Thor
true.
Ragnarok, I feel like Thor Ragnarok it's the first Thor movie.
Yeah,
First
right,
base
exactly.
Thor, right?
Yeah. I like that. I like that idea. We didn't notice DZ in the chat earlier. When we were talking about Robert Pattinson, he was saying, "No, God, no!" And he
Jesus
did also...
Christ, no God, no.
Yeah.
He also pointed out it was the Batman who laughs. Thank you, DZ. And then Nerf Diva in the chat now says D&D won't be fired. They'll do one movie. It'll suck. And then that's when the Game of Thrones backlash plus Star Wars backlash gets them replaced for the second and the third.
Can't
Yeah.
the Game of Thrones backlash just get them off an entire project? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
it's happened to other directors, right? Like, what's his name? James Gunn got removed for old tweets. The guys from the Solo movie were removed just because they weren't in agreement with the Star Wars head honchos like Kathleen Kennedy. So, and then they ended up doing Spider-Verse. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? We could actually get D&D removed beforehand. It hasn't even begun production yet,
Please.
so there's
Please.
hope. Ion Hammer streaming the chat says, "Oh, we talk about Le Batman. We were. Le Batman will be played by Le Robert Pattinson. So, yeah,
Leno.
Le no, no." Nerf Diva in the chat also says, "There's so many petitions on Reddit that they had to make a mega thread for them." Wow.
I believe it. I believe
Good start.
it.
Did you guys sign, by the way? Because I just signed. Just saying.
Not yet. I have the tab open in my laptop. You just signed out. Juancho doing his part, people, all right? It's up to you. It's up to you to cast your vote for the next American Idol.
Yeah. All right.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right. So Robert Pattinson, Marvel movies. Oh, speaking of Marvel, we got Kevin Feige doing an AMA. All right, Kevin Feige doing his job as you know what, the figurehead, the Papa Bear of the MCU, doing a Reddit AMA. A lot of little nuggets that you'll find up in here. Juancho, you have any tidbits you want to share?
Dude, just the fact that getting the Mandarin, like the actual Mandarin in the MCU.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
Fortune Cookie Star, America's biggest lie. Oh, dude, that
Oh
yeah, I
my
remember.
God.
I watched that with Juancho actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, me, Juancho, Chris, and Rico, and we were
Oh,
like,
Wow.
we were so appalled when like we found out it was fake. We're like, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucked.
Like when
'Cause,
what's his name was like, "I am the Mandarin."
Because it was like supposed to be the introduction of magic into the
Yeah,
MCU. right?
no.
Yes, that's true.
You know, the thing is, I feel like now that they're putting Mandarin back in, and with the death of, well, sorry, spoilers, I guess, I don't know.
Wait.
It's been
I got a
long.
button for this.
It's been
I
like
got
a
button
month
for
now,
this.
almost.
Where's my button?
Almost
Hold
a
on,
month.
wait. Here we go.
Holy spoiler alert!
Why does that button never work? All right, so
It did.
thank you, Derek. Spoilers, guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you haven't seen Endgame yet, why are you even listening to this podcast?
Damn, dude.
Just kidding.
Savage.
Just kidding. Keep listening.
Shade.
Keep listening. Keep listening.
Yeah, so what I was thinking, like, with the introduction of the Mandarin again, and the fact that Doctor Strange is back and Thor is super a thing, and with the death of, like, Iron Man and Captain America, do you think Phase 4 is going to be more focused on magic? Because you know how Phase
We
1,
need it.
like, the previous phases were all, like, tech, and, like, every superhero is based on some kind of tech thing. And now we're actually going to go more into, like, a more super powered kind of realm.
I hope so.
Interesting.
I hope so.
Right, you know?
Like
Especially
they've
with
kinda set
Captain
it up.
Marvel, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just her class is going to be the level of villains they're going to have to bring out. Probably should be top notch.
That's true. That's true. And yeah, it can't just be cosmic. You know, we need the magical side because of Doctor Strange. And pointing out Doctor Strange. I wouldn't mind if the Mandarin somehow found his way there, and then maybe in that Shang-Chi movie that's coming out. Yeah, so mystical.
Cool, actually.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And we all know Mandarin has some connection to those rings, to some Infinity Stones here and there. So who knows? Who knows? Loki in his Disney Plus show might have something to do with the Mandarin. Yeah, we'll see.
Dude, actually, someone pointed that out too. You got to think too, because in the timeline where Thanos went to the future, so everything that happened before that never actually happened. So he never really killed Loki.
No, yeah.
Right, because he never got the stone. He literally jumped forward in time. So like
that's why we're hyped about the whole Spider-Man introduced multiverse concept. Cause multiverse.
If it is,
I just hope Mysterio is bad, because he really is. But he seems like a good guy. But I hope it's not like, oh, this is the multiverse good Mysterio. Like what?
No,
that would be mad.
Well, it looks like he's doing his job if you're getting played, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Juancho calling you gullible, Derek. Juancho calling you gullible.
Well, okay. Speaking of Spider-Man, I want to throw my 2 cents in, because a lot of people, just for a side note real quick, and I was kind of with them on hating on how they're making it seem like Spider-Man is getting the torch passed on from Iron Man, right? You're kind of acting like, well, what about War Machine? And at first I was like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of true. It's like, dude, Spider-Man had what? Like 2, maybe 3 movies with Iron Man? Like, why is he like considered the guy that has to be the next Iron Man? And they're like hinting it with Samuel L. Jackson saying, the world needs a new Iron Man. Or he said it, sorry. The world needs a new Iron Man. But like, at the end of the day, I was thinking about that overnight, because a lot of people were posting like, this is so dumb. Like, why let him do his own thing? But if you think about it, I think Spider-Man is probably really is, I think, the most popular comic series sold, right? I would think. So it could make sense to do that. Yeah. Especially, I'm hearing that Tom Holland's willing to go, like,
all the
long time to be Spider, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
In like interviews, he's like doesn't want to stop anytime soon. So
it's a dream job for the kid,
Yeah. I mean, that's why. So I'm like, you know what? People that are hating on it, just think about that, dude. Spider-Man is a really popular comic. So
and he'd be a popular hero in the universe. So aside from the fact that Tony, legit handpicked him to be his protege, Spider-Man has some pull in that world. People know who Spider-Man is,
right?
And in a world where you can't depend on Thor, Captain America, or Iron Man anymore, you need that figurehead that's been around long and that's also relatable to people. So in that universe, you'd see Spider-Man being iconic.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Young Indian Flash is like, oh yeah, man, Spider-Man's so cool and I respect him.
and like, dude, like Peter Parker is head and shoulders smarter than War Machine. Like, I mean, he did make his own web
oh yeah, right? No, for sure. Yeah,
War Machine, what do? You fucking stole the suit in a party?
That one guy,
the next Iron Man.
And the second movie, all the stuff got put on there for him. He didn't even do it. You know what I mean? It's like, dude. See, I remember this now, watching all the movies again. It's like all that stuff got put on for him. He just got it handed to him.
That's true.
Who's gonna fix his suits now? Like,
I guarantee.
Suit.
Yeah, guarantee.
Justin Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that in reintroduction. I actually like the guy. I really liked him as the villain of Iron Man 2.
And the actor's freaking charming. What's his name?
Yeah. It's that guy. I know his name. He's in Charlie's Angels also, like back in the day.
He's Sam Rockwell. Dude is charismatic.
Yeah, I liked him. Dude. And reintroduction. They could reintroduce him and be like, oh, there's a void now because there's no Tony Stark. Then he steps in the role again. He goes like, oh, you know what? There's still the Hammer Industries.
So
Iron Hammer says,
yeah, speaking of
War
hammers.
Machine is the guy that got the best loot from being boosted. Dude, that's so true. Oh god, dude, that's freaking hilarious. Dude, I know and I'm like, that his outfit in Endgame was made by Tony, like for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, it was a sick outfit, don't get me wrong, but like,
dude, his legs were made by Tony.
Yeah. Dude, Can't even stand on his own 2 feet. Dude, yeah, he got everything handed to him, dude. He's just, yeah,
Dude.
that's it. Sorry, War Machine, you're done. You're just a permanent sidekick, dude. Seriously.
Okay. Speaking of hammers, Iron Hammer Stream has been on fire in the chat. By the way, he's been saying James Gunn got put back to the MCU. Got reinstated in the MCU because of Backlash. He's surprised that we're getting the real Mandarin soon. That's in the Kevin Feige AMA that we were talking about. So check it out on Reddit. Kevin Feige AMA. Ask me anything. He was also wondering, isn't the spoiler ban lifted by now? Yeah, but we're sort of considerate for the people who haven't had the time to see it but really want to see it. He's just been throwing those Iron Hammer Stream. When you're not in the chat throwing these jokes, we miss you so much. And he agrees with us. Sam Rockwell did fit into the MCU pretty well, and into the Justin Hammer role pretty well. The ex-wife.
Yeah, that's right. He made the ex-wife, and it just like he made all that stuff for War Machine pretty much. So
Yeah.
what more? They're probably doing all their stuff, to be honest.
The ex-wife was the missile, right?
Yeah, it was like a really cool missile. It didn't really do anything though.
It didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like,
Oh man, that's so funny.
actually, going back and watching the movie, man, like Iron Man 3 was like the story was pretty bad, but like the suits are pretty cool. Like that's when he did the dancing, and then they would like go to his body. That was pretty cool. A lot of
that's
people.
awesome.
I kind of put this like me and Juancho I think we're like one of the rare people that actually like Episode 1 of Star Wars, and a lot of people. There's a lot of people online that think I saw on Reddit that think Iron Man 3 is the best movie of Marvel. There's like a lot of people that think that. Yeah, so I was just like, okay.
There
I'm like,
must
I
be,
mean,
like,
I don't
some
agree with that,
crossover,
but like, at all. But
Yeah, there must be some crossover in that. Like there must be something that like us as a different type of fan are missing that those types of fans are totally getting from that movie.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They're super fans of MacGyver, I guess.
Oh damn! Because he did MacGyver's. Tony Stark built this in the cave. With the Fox is
Well, that was the movie though where he actually took the thing out of his chest, the reactor. So
Oh yeah, third movie.
at the end of the day, it was really important. Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people didn't even know about it. Like, we all know. Like, we saw Pepper Potts. Like, oh, what? She's in the suit. She was in the suit in like Iron Man 3. Everyone knew
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
BMO King of it. Oh, sorry.
He even said
Was
that
that-
she really liked the suit after wearing
Yeah.
it.
That was cool.
Oh wow.
I watched Iron Man 3 recently.
Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Yeah. I had to explain to Chloe who that kid was at the end of the end game, so I'm like, you know what?
I know. I just wanted to see that damn
Yeah,
kid
I
again.
know. He was actually adorable in that movie, man. Too.
Oh yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
And then how Tony just pieces out.
I know, dude. It's like the last you see of him, he just leaves his stuff in his shed. See ya, I'll be back.
He gives a kid a car or something, like a really vintage car.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
You know that kid grew up cool, man. BMO
know,
King
dude.
of Who in the chat said, I don't know how true, but some people were joking that they got the Spider-Man trailer when they were watching Endgame. No,
No,
maybe
it
they
is
watch
true.
Endgame now.
It is true.
yeah,
So at
yeah,
the
dude.
third time I watched it,
They were
you
showing
see him. You see like I almost said Toby. You see Tom Holland pop up at the beginning, and go, "Hey guys, you're probably wondering why you're not seeing the new Spider-Man trailer. However, it contains spoilers, so stay at the very end, and we're gonna play the trailer." So
Oh,
I
that's
was-
nice.
Yeah,
That's a nice
So I
touch.
that was cool with my dad too, because my dad never seen the Spider-Man trailer. So I'm like, oh yeah, so we'll stay at the end, which is
Okay,
nice
that's a nice
because a
touch.
lot of us stayed for that sound.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
So, Francis, we're about to get to Game of Thrones in a bit. He says Dracarys, which is kind of perfect for a topic of Iron Man 3 and the fake Mandarin being a fire-breathing dragon.
That's true.
I am the Mandarin, Dracarys, mother.
Right?
Iron Hammer said, rescue armor, by the way, and then the heart emote. Dude, that was such a nice touch when Pepper came in with the rescue suit. Like, who was watching
yeah.
over Morgan? Was probably Happy, right? Probably Happy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably what took her so long was waiting for Happy to get over.
Dang.
Oh, man. Iron Hammer said, give Illuminati level Stark tech.
And more like James or Reed. Probably gonna be the new like Iron Man. I think if they make Fantastic Four, he'd be the guy for sure.
Oh yeah, Reed Richards.
Reed
That'd be
Richards,
cool.
yeah, dude, for sure.
That'd be cool.
Genius.
Oh man, genius. Yeah, and
Genius
it'd
Playboy
be. I think this is such a right time to have Reed Richards and Namor come in to the universe. You know, they've already teased it. So don't hold back. You know, let us have it,
Yeah.
Kevin Feige. Let us have everything. And he even said in his AMA, people kept asking like, who are you most excited to have, or who have you been wanting to have in the MCU but haven't gotten around to yet? And he's like, wait, you know, like pretty soon. Like he was giving a lot of these answers in a way like, okay, you're gonna find out soon who's coming out. So I'm excited. I'm so excited for the MCU.
Oh yeah.
So many opportunities.
No, yeah.
All right. In our last bit of news, Rick and Morty season 4 coming out November 2018. Morty. 2019. I'm not so sure about that.
I think it's gonna be I don't know. Geez, good.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Watch.
can't
I like
wait.
that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. And Final Space should be coming soon. I think they're just waiting for the
Oh god,
clearing.
I can't wait for Final Space, man. It's been a long time.
Dude,
It's been a long
want
time.
I want that Lionheart thing to be a show.
Yes.
Flames of the Lion Flower.
Oh yeah.
Lions Blaze.
Lions Blaze. Like they always get you. He always gets you at the end. Olin Rogers always just gets you at the end. You think it's gonna be one of those shallow shows, and then he hits you with the feels. All right, check out Olin Rogers' YouTube channel and check out Lions Blaze, ladies and gentlemen. Then watch Final Space, all of the first season. Check it out. It's on Netflix here in the Philippines. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about the Thrones, people.
Let's answer Iron Hammer stream. You said since X-Men is already with Marvel again after so long, how are we going to consolidate Scarlet Witch? Weren't her powers from one? So from what I know, I think this is the time when they announced her is when they killed the mutants or killing the mutants off. They actually called her and Quicksilver Enhanced, which was like the new version of mutants. However, there's a lot of theories going around Ion Hammer that with the snap, since it created gamma radiation, maybe that might be the mutant gene that starts. So I don't.
So
That's what I know. I
all
don't
the-
think she's.
Technically, all
right.
mutants would get their powers from Infinity Stones, so she would fit in just fine.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. She would.
Huh?
Okay,
cool.
that'd be cool. Like, I just know that what's it called? Back in, back when Age of Ultron came out, they actually had plans for the Inhumans. You know, it was supposed to be a movie, ended up being a lousy TV show, so they never got to push the whole Inhumans angle, which is what Scarlet Witch and I think Quicksilver was supposed to end up being. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, I love this new, like the fact that they have the rights to the mutants now. This is just, it's a good thing, it's. I can't wait. I can't find the words because I can't wait. I'm
You
excited.
didn't see that coming. You don't remember that? Quicksilver? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
I got a guy.
I actually
got
thought
it.
he was gonna come
Don't
back in this movie. I thought that'd been cool, but whatever.
It would have been nice, right? Like if he got unsnapped as well.
Yeah. Or like Captain America go back, saves him. You can see that
Oh
coming.
damn!
Right?
Imagine
That'd be-
him zooming through a portal.
He could have, dude. You never know. He could have. He went
We just
back
couldn't see him. We just couldn't see him. He was in the fight. He was in the fight.
Yeah.
He's in the fight. All right, let's talk about Game of Thrones, guys. It's about that time. Put down your tinfoil hat for the MCU and put on your drunk pirate hats for Euron Greyjoy. It's time for the Game of Thrones recap.
Wait. Real quick. One last two thing.
Oh, one more? Well, okay, Juancho.
Imagine if Quicksilver actually was in that final fight. Dude, Thanos would never get that gauntlet. They just pass it to him and he just blitz.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't have him on. It's OP.
Someone was saying
He's
too,
OP.
what if Yondu didn't die, they would have probably all like died Thanos' army like in seconds.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
put the arrow, put the arrow in the gauntlet.
No, yeah, put the gun on the arrow.
Yeah, it just goes. That'd be actually really funny.
Missed opportunities, man. These missed opportunities.
That's why they had to kill them, man. There would be too OP in the end movie.
Yep.
Makes sense.
It makes sense
Game
now.
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones time, people. Here we go. All right, it's time for the Game of Thrones recap. It is about time, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Game of Thrones. Juancho and Derek. Derek, you and I talked a little bit about episode 2 last time. We talked about Game of Thrones before the whole endgame shebang. Juancho, man, give us your thoughts on Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2.
Okay, real quick. Just I loved it. It was the ultimate calm before the storm. I don't think like I don't think I've felt that in anything else.
Oh.
Even like you really felt it because it's the first time all these characters are finally together and they get like the entire episode was just bonding.
Yeah.
And you get it with the whole when Brienne got knighted. I got goosebumps.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah. And you could really feel like you could feel the terror of what was coming because everyone was just like super scared. It was like so calm.
Yeah.
And,
I enjoyed this. Yeah.
Heartwarming.
Yeah.
A Night of the Seven
like
Kingdoms was such a good episode.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably the best episode of the season.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Probably the best episode of the season so far for me.
Actually, the more we talk about it, I think, Derek, we didn't tackle episode 2.
I swear we did because we were talking about how the giant smoke and stuff, weren't we? I swear we were.
Oh right, yeah. Ooh, oh
and
my
remember,
God,
yeah, we said we felt bad that like he got
so weird.
like Torben. Ah, God, I hated that, man. That's what I hated. I only hated that Jamie thing.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
is
I
the
know.
large woman still here?
That was so
Torben-
weird for me. A lot of
Torben
people
would've-
liked it. I was like,
Tormund
oh,
would have treated
why?
Brienne so nice.
Yeah. Exactly. And then he just left. Dude, he's just sad forever, dude.
Yeah,
man.
Jamie Lannister just
My God,
left,
man.
and we'll talk about what his ultimate fate was. But yeah, so
Yeah.
a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Brienne finally gets knighted. Arya and Gendry do the deed. A lot of people were
A lot of people were like really complaining about that.
I don't get it.
You know,
I don't get it. Like,
They're,
okay,
like,
sure.
So much more
Dude,
obscene
she's like 22 in real life, so I don't know why people were
Yeah.
like. I think she just
it's
looks
like
young.
it's like watching your daughter do it. You know, because
Yeah.
you grew up with her.
Exactly.
So I guess that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
you see her from a little kid and you're following it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
the entire time you're like rooting for her. You want her to achieve. You know, that's like and then you say, oh no, and then she does the dirty deed.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like a
No,
lot
yeah.
worse things that have happened in Game of Thrones.
Exactly. That's my point. Was like, okay, you guys. I'm sure they weren't okay with the other stuff that happened. Unlike the rest of the internet pointing out, like, okay, you guys were okay with this, but not this. Like, I'm pretty sure they weren't. They weren't
Yeah.
any more
Yeah.
okay with the other stuff. But like, you know, they've done other stuff like this, and this is actually like the most tasteful thing they've done.
It's probably the most like healthy relationship, like deed thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously.
In every other sex scene, it's like some weird incest or like
Yeah.
Struggle for power.
Torture.
yeah, you know.
Brothel.
And here you have like this girl with her childhood crush, you know. That's
Right.
fine.
And Hammerstream says she initiates it too. My baby girl aggro.
And Juancho makes a point, dude. It was like leading up. Like you see, like she's kind of staring at him. You kind of like, okay, like they're like looking at each other. It wasn't just like sudden, like most of the scenes are that are sexual. Just like boom, next scene, something's happening. Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, there was build up to it too. You know, you
Right,
saw
exactly.
baby girl was
It's
thirsty.
like it's the most healthy thing, but
Yeah.
ew.
And then she just pretty much like friend zones him afterwards. So that's pretty.
She got what she wanted.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, she's little.
Let's see here. BMO King of Boo in the chat said episode 2 was written by Brian Cogman which is why it was good. All right, now we have the answer to why the episode was good. It was written by someone else. Legit.
Okay.
Thank you, BMO. That's a great point. Ian Hammerstream in the chat calling Brienne and Jamie a one-night stand with a K. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
That's actually really funny.
That's a good one.
That's actually a good one.
That's a good one, man. Human Panda 22 says calm before the clown fiesta. Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, I agree with you, Juancho. This is definitely one of the best episodes. Oh, see, I'm looking at the wiki now. The first 2 episodes were written by different people.
Did I like
all
the first
makes
episode?
sense.
I'm trying to remember.
It wasn't the worst, you know. It was a good, like, it was when they all got together and the tensions were higher.
Right.
So like
The first one was good too. Yeah.
yeah,
Everyone was like, yeah. Theon, Kate,
that
that
makes sense.
Oh, that's
It all makes
yeah,
sense.
you're right.
All right. So episode 2 where Jon reveals to Daenerys as well about his lineage, his Targaryen
Wasn't
lineage
that
after finding
that
out.
was episode? Yeah, that was episode.
Yeah,
that was
after
episode.
finding out in episode 1 from Sam. And one thing that's going to be a recurring theme is everything feels rushed in the season.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They said they needed a shorter season to tell the story properly, and it just feels so rushed.
No, it does. It's like they're introducing so many new. They're introducing a concept that, like, going crazy should be like gradual, right? Like you see her descent.
Yes.
Instead, it's like boom, she's crazy, or having like the final fight be just one episode, and each final fight be one episode.
Yes. It'd be
I
satisfying.
actually read
that
something
way.
about that. Someone said, like, in writing, there's like, I saw this whole thing. It made so much sense. There's like plotters, and I think the other one was like panters or something like that. But either way, there's 2 things. And like in a plot, right? You normally have your plot set out, and your characters are there to mainly just move the plot. The characters are just there. But then the other style of writing, which is what Game of Thrones is like, is where you write it as it goes on, like the characters.
Yeah.
Which is almost every season we had that. We were falling in love with the characters and blah, 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 blah. But this last season, they're just trying to rush it in that last part. It's just like they're changing the type of the show it is in one season. It's just like crazy.
Yes.
And it's like,
yes.
It's a little too much.
I have to agree. And
Yeah.
you know, since we're on the whole Dany thing, and this is actually a great point to bring up early because you start to see the lack of thought on this. Someone pointed out on Reddit that the writers for the Harry Potter movies and the directors, and I think even J.K. Rowling told Alan Rickman the arc for Severus Snape from the first movie, so that he can add those layers in his acting. And it was confirmed from Emilia Clarke, I think, that or someone had confirmed that obviously D.B. Weiss and David Benioff didn't do that with Emilia Clarke, so it was a surprise for her too when she read the season 8 script, and she was appalled. And her quote, I think, was, "She's afraid that that's how people are going to remember Daenerys, the character, as just the Mad Queen, and not everything that we saw from season 1 to 7. The development from if you think about it, the development from this young girl who was thrust upon not just greatness, but a marriage she didn't want, with a brother that was obviously very creepy, selling her to a band of savages, and going from that to being a loving wife and a very strong female, to a breaker of chains, to a liberator and a key figure that was a heavy favorite to be a ruling monarch, to all of a sudden losing her shit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, we had so much
I
build
can
up
argue.
up
I
until
want to
that.
argue about that.
Oh, go.
At that episode.
Oh, okay,
We
okay,
have
sure.
We have a lot to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just.
Yeah.
So we're done with episode 2. Let's go with episode 3, just so we can hit episode 5.
All right, episode 3, The Long Night. The battle we all thought the series was leading up to apparently wasn't.
Dude.
The Night King got shafted, man. Like,
You mean the
I
night
know-
episode where you couldn't see first half of it?
I thought my laptop died.
Yeah, I thought it was my son, like reflecting against the TV, but it was just dark.
It was dark. It was pretty dark. I was fortunate to get a copy. I was fortunate to get a copy that was slightly brighter than most people's copies, so it was easier to see. But especially during the quote-unquote Dance of Dragons, it was a little tough. You know, I didn't know which dragon was which for a bit, and then you'd have to pay attention to whose wing that had holes.
My head was hurting for a second. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough in the daytime to see that slightly green tint for Rhaegar.
Yeah, right? I know.
Hard enough.
Oh man, that's so true. That's so true. I love certain things in this, just certain things, because overall, the plot armor felt like it was too powerful. I get that it was dark because a lot of the people who died didn't matter, but at the same time, because it was so dark, you didn't know that. You know, you didn't really feel like, wait, who died? Who's that? Who's that? Like, you ended up playing Where's Wally instead of laying back to the fact that, okay, I don't have to care about that. You're more concerned that you missed something.
I straight up hated this episode, man. It just everything about it, except that one part. Except that one part where the Dothraki are like charging and it plays the Game of Thrones theme. You're hyped. Yeah. You're hyped. Then that looks super fantasy, where there's like cavalry and fire swords and like the what do you call that? The catapult rock thing that was also on fire.
Yeah.
Then you remember it's like that's super fantasy, and then you're thinking, so they're going super fantasy with this because they're fighting the dead, and then they decide to go, oh no, it's super realistic, where if it's nighttime you can't see anything.
Yes.
Then if you're gonna go that way, it's like if you're gonna go that way, then why didn't you make the entire fight super realistic? Because just the battle plan was so stupid.
It really was.
It really was.
I thought that was the funniest thing. That was cool when Melisandre lit all their swords. Sorry, Melisandre, yeah. And then lit all their swords, literally 5 minutes later to all die. Like, what was the point? Honestly, like, it was really cool, don't get me wrong, it was sick.
Not
like,
one walker was slain by a burning sword.
I know! What the hell? God. Yeah, the battle plan was horrible.
And you have to think, too, like, the Dothraki should be the army that's closest to Daenerys. This is the army that had been built up since season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like she was with these people. She was first known as the Khaleesi. That's her first title.
Yes.
And then she was like, you know what? You guys go die first. You know, you guys go run into the darkness that we can
be the guinea pigs. Yeah.
And then you have to think about it too. If their swords weren't on fire, what would they do?
Oh,
it didn't look like dragon glass.
It wasn't
right?
planned.
It
wasn't planned.
Yeah, right?
At all. Yeah.
You're right, Juancho. I love how Daenerys is like, you guys go first, and then when you die, I'm a trash the plan.
Yeah, you know, like
it's even weirder though to me. I thought they all died, but apparently they didn't all die. It's like they came back.
Apparently that one Dothraki that ran back, that was half.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was like we're just like. What?
Oh my god, that's so true. Because you didn't see anyone come back from that except for that one dude in Jorah Mormont.
Episode 5, it's all there.
You literally see all the fire swords get put out. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Watch me and Chloe like, oh damn, they're all dead. Yep, they're dead.
Yeah,
they're all
dead.
Then
in the war room, in the next episode, they're like, oh, we lost half. Like,
I'm like, how did you lose exactly the same amount as like everyone else?
I know, right? Exactly.
Like, and where were all those people at the end of the episode? Like, I just saw piles of bodies, and then the main characters that had the thickest plot armor. No one else survived.
Where everyone else was, man. Dude, Quicksilver could have been in that episode. We wouldn't have known.
So dark.
Yeah, did you see that coming? Exactly. God, dude. Can I just say that? I feel Ghost is so like underappreciated, man. I feel so bad, dude. You send the dog out first. Now, like what Iron Hammer said, you see a bite mark on his ear. You know, then like, then John just leaves it and say a damn word at all. Man, That's your
rough.
house symbol, dude. Like, what? I don't get it. Just let's go to the Wild League. Just let him run, dude.
Well,
that's literally the
'cause
last dire wolf.
He found out he was a Targaryen.
That's true, but he's still technically. Isn't he technically half and half?
Yeah, he is.
I felt-
He is.
Because
Yeah, but
Lyanna is his mom.
There's
Yeah.
always the symbolism between the direwolves and the Starks. Like when you start
Yeah.
to give up, because like he suddenly felt like he wasn't really part of the family, right? Or
That is true.
Oh, okay.
you know, like
That is true.
every time a Stark like loses his identity, he loses his direwolf. Like Sansa, like really wanted to be a lady and be with the Lannisters, so that's when he lost her direwolf. Arya was no
that's
one,
true.
so she lost her direwolf. Bran turned into the Raven, so he lost his
Yep,
direwolf.
that's true.
But no,
That
I'm
is
not
true.
justifying this. No, Jon is a bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Oh man.
Really
It's
is.
tough.
I-
You know,
I
it's
just-
tough.
I agree with Juancho, though, dude. I didn't. That episode was like don't get me wrong, really badass when Arya killed the guy. Don't get me wrong, that was cool. But like, a lot of things that left unanswered. Like,
how did she jump that high past?
that's what I'm saying. And it's like I wanted to know so much more about the White Walk. No, we don't know anything now. It's just like you build this up. It's like almost like kind of what the last episode just came out. It's all this stuff was built up and it just like she literally shattered just in an instant, dude. It's like, what? Like,
And
Yeah.
like, you know, Bran was like, I'm gonna go now. Okay, he's gonna do some super special skills, war
I
powers.
know. That's what I
Goes
thought
into
too.
Ravens, and that's it.
I
What was
know,
the point
dude.
of him? He didn't do
He
anything.
did so many cool things with his warging, and he didn't do it there. Like, you know what I mean? He controlled people to fight, controlled animals before. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, this makes
I
me
mean,
want
they
to go
showed-
back to what Miko P said. You know, we need shorter season to tell the story properly. We ran out of budget and everyone's pocketing what they can. And
Dude.
part of me thinks like Benioff and Vice knew that they were gonna get that Star Wars gig, so now they're rushing through Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just... And then, like, you know, what was the point of the entire last season? Trying to get a white so that you can get an army. They lost a freaking dragon for that, and literally all they got was Jaime Lannister. And what I thought was they're gonna use him. They're at least gonna use Jaime Lannister. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
a dragon died for Jaime Lannister. I'm like, I had it
Yeah.
in my head too. I was calling it. Jaime is gonna kill the Night King. Then afterwards, they're gonna call him the Kingslayer.
Oh, that would have been good. I kind of like that.
And
that
then it
would
would
have been
build
good.
purpose into like Danny losing a dragon, and like instead of the
Yeah.
Lannister army, they got him.
Yeah.
I kind of want to read some of these comments, and the thing is so funny. I'm crying right now. So, Iron Hammer says John traded wolf for dragon. That was pretty funny. BMO
yeah.
King said, how come Daenerys didn't have a battle cry or hype speech for her troops? That's also very true. Then he also says Rickon, poor Rickon. So much inconsistency. He says the speed Arya makes in the episode is inconsistent with her speed in King's Landing. That's pretty funny. Kevin says
They patched it.
Or
They
Matt, I'm
patched
sorry,
it.
says, yeah, it's an anime filler arc. It's a Bleach arc. That's so funny.
No, dude,
Oh.
it's because afterwards we're getting Game of Thrones Brotherhood. You know, 'cause-
Yeah, exactly, dude. Right? It's gonna be the better one after kills the Night King with a dragon glass and Wish Lab. One dragon for one cripple. That's what I'm saying. See, the war. Why no dragon warring? I thought that's what he was gonna do. Nope.
oh, even faceless man stuff. You know, she didn't even change her face for anything.
I know, and a lot of people were saying that. Like, I didn't go back, but like, a lot of people
Maybe
say
she
when-
was a
when-
white.
Yeah, like the White Walker that turned, but like some people are like, no, that was her like whizzing past him. I'm like,
Dude,
that's like some anime speed shit right there.
Dude, I'm 100% sure it's Brienne. Fucking tossed her.
Right.
Do the fastball
Fastball
special.
special!
100% sure. That's exactly what happened.
Oh,
Oh man, it's crazy, right? It's crazy to think of all the plot lines they chose to go with. You know, they like not only did they picked one that was okay. Like I would have been okay with Arya killing him, but like as with all that we see with DB Weiss and David Benioff's writing throughout the season, everything feels unearned. Everything was rushed. And Juancho, I'm sorry, I don't think we'll have time to do episode 5 because I gotta head out in a bit. But we'll do 5 and 6 next week.
Okay.
But I think to sum up my thoughts of the past, like episode 2 to 4, and a little bit of 5. I would have been okay with where they went if they explained it better, if they took the time to tell the story better. It's just that we've gotten that with previous seasons. I wasn't like, it's how George R.R. Martin tells stories. It's subverting the expectations of the audience, and you get that a lot, but it's earned. It's written in so well, and there's time. You get to spend time with these characters, and you see their motivations, and you see how they react to the world around them and the people around them, and then you feel the drama, you feel the pain. But this one just felt like, there's a reason why a lot of people feel the way they feel right now. And I want to get your takes on this. Like, I'm sorry that we have to wrap it up because I really am sorry. I promise we'll get a longer episode next week to talk about Thrones. We won't talk about news. We'll go straight to Thrones.
all 5, 4, and 5, dude.
What we said 10 minutes before the show. Then we were like, oh wait, freaking.
There was news. There was
Rick and Morty.
Yes. We promise we'll do more. We 100% promise. But I want to get your thoughts on these guys. Like, how do you feel, and what are the things that you like? And I'm pretty sure you'll talk about more of what you dislike. And Juancho, I want to get your thoughts second because you actually have the most interesting take on Game of Thrones compared to me and Derek. Because
read some of the books,
yeah. So Derek, man, thoughts?
The 2 and 3. We're doing 2 and 3.
Yeah, and a little bit of 4 if you feel like it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm kind of on the same boat with Juancho, dude. I didn't read any books or anything, but it's just a lot of this season. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch it. I enjoy it. It's just I don't agree with a lot of the things they did. And it's kind of like I was saying earlier. We're on this journey with everybody, and it's just like they're kind of trying to push it so fast and 6 episodes nonetheless. Usually they're 10 episode seasons, and now they're pushing it so small. They're trying to cram everything. I didn't like 3 too much. It was really cool that Arya killed the guy, or the Night King, excuse me. And a lot of cool moments, but like not really what I expected. If I were to choose out of the 3, 2 was definitely the best. 2 felt very like, you know what I mean? The whole episode was them just bonding and talking. It's character development all in one place, dude. That was like Game of Thrones in a nutshell right there. That was a really good episode. I honestly think it's probably going to be the best one of the season. Of course, there's one more left, but yeah, I mean, I think 2 is the best. I'm not really a fan of 3. 4 was kind of like 2. It was like a build up before the fight again, which is kind of like the theme of the season: build up, fight, build up, fight. It's just 4 was kind of sad because of Missandei. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, I did. Yeah. But yeah. That's my feelings about it. It's I'll watch it, but like I don't really agree with how they kind of directed this season.
Yeah, definitely. Juancho, let's get
Lots
to you,
to
man.
say about episode 5 though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Both next week.
Yeah, I loved episode 2 just because actually episode 2 or 5 might be the best episode of the season for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2 or 5. 2 or 5, I have to say.
Okay. Sorry, Juancho, I don't mean to cut you off, but turns out the flight got delayed by half an hour, so we got 20 more minutes or so.
Oh yeah.
So after Juancho gives his take on 2 to 3, let's do a little more.
Okay. Episode 2, yeah, definitely one of the better episodes this season. I felt like it was like just definitely the ultimate calm before the storm. But the thing is, maybe something else should have happened in 2 too. I guess maybe something bad should have happened just because it was Game of Thrones. You know, it's like you expect that 'cause that's what you expect in the normal, like in Lord of the Rings. They're all like preparing, and then they're preparing and then they fight, right? Maybe something should have happened here where someone died and something just went crazy, but I don't know. But Ultimate Calm Before the Storm definitely fit. Episode 3 I hated so much.
Oh,
Everything
really?
about it. I hate everything about episode 3. Just like I said, the only thing I liked was the Dothraki fire swords catapult thing, because I thought it was straight up fantasy, but then they wanted to be super realistic and make it in the dark, but then they're not consistent, because if they wanted it to be realistic, they should have used actual realistic medieval battle plans or something, you know?
Yes.
With the catapults in the castle, you have your people behind the spiky thing so that they don't die.
Yes.
You know? And then you actually have people on the castle, not have the people outside and then go like, oh, hurry up, man the castle. Archers. No, you have archers already.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use the castle. And you don't use your horse people. Your freaking your cavalry. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
You don't use your cavalry to just slam into a wall. You know, you use them to flank stuff or something, or you save them for the last. And I don't know if you're like, there's just so many things that was wrong about their battle plans, and just it just felt like super inconsistent. If you're gonna tell me that we're trying to make it realistic by putting it in the dark, then your entire thing should have been super realistic. But
yes, I agree.
And then I didn't like that they just shat on a bunch of prophecies, like, you know, the Azor Ahai basically is nothing.
It's useless.
You know?
Yeah, the prophecy was useless.
The king, but then again, I guess they're just shitting on all prophecies nowadays, just because of episode 5 too. But
yeah,
I didn't like that there was like absolutely no reason for Jaime to be there, Bran to be there, besides Bait. Plot armor was crazy. Like,
Yes.
At one point, Jaime, who has only one hand, and Brienne were literally stuck up the wall by zombies. How did they not die?
Yes.
That's what I was going to add on to what Juancho said before he finishes, dude. At the beginning, these were like World War Z zombies. They were running fast. Well, how come when Jon Snow is in the middle of all of them, they walk so slow? I was like, dude, he should be dead.
They have really long boot up time, because those were just fresh zombies, you know?
Oh, no. I thought that was stupid. Like, they were like so fast, and then all of a sudden they're like, I was like, dude.
And then Jon is really trained at being surrounded by zombies and surviving. That's the second time that happened.
Right?
No,
The
third
wilding
time,
fight. Yeah.
That's the third time that happened to him. You know, like.
Oh man. Miku P in the chat. Miku P in the chat says prophecies equals Game of Thrones fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juancho, sorry, we didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, keep going.
No, that's basically it. I hated it.
Yeah. So like, that's the thing, right? The plot armor was so thick. How did so many people die on screen? Because we saw a lot. Well, whether or not they tell us it was half of the population or not, a lot of people died on screen. But somehow, the only quote-unquote major figures we get dying are Jorah and I'm gonna count Lyanna. Lyanna Mormont. Because man, that was badass. And who was the other one? There was one more that was slightly big, I guess.
Ed.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Ed,
see.
The 999th Lord Commander.
Yeah. See. And he wasn't even in the War Room meeting. Your last Lord Commander.
Right. Who has probably the most experience besides Jon fighting.
Besides.
White.
It makes so much that doesn't make sense. And if you watch the After Thrones thing where Benioff and Weiss, explain stuff, they don't even talk about the story. They make, like, I fell for this. They make you appreciate the harsh weather that the crew and the cast had to go through to shoot that. And I fell for it because I was like, man, you know what? This episode isn't so bad because they did go through a lot to shoot it. But at the same time, it doesn't excuse the poor writing. I appreciate it. Hell yes. 55 nights in below freezing where it's so cold that it doesn't snow. That's not easy. The crew, especially, who aren't even seen and probably never get appreciated, yes, you guys are heroes. But the blame falls solely on, not solely, but the blame falls heavily on the writing team. And you get writing credits, D.B. Weiss and David Benioff, so you're kind of culpable for this. Because the writing was very poor in this episode. The crew probably didn't have to shoot half the scenes they had to shoot.
Literally.
Oh, man. There were so many things that could have gone better for the audience, and I don't want to, I haven't been part of heavy shoots like that, and I probably never will be, but there were things that could have been written better that would have been able to,
just the battle tactics. If they made it realistic, I wouldn't have minded. Just
yes.
Because they had the previous
the Battle of the Bastards was so good. Like, and this is supposed to be this on a grander scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
it was supposed to be Helm's Deep level.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Bastards, they had battle tactics, right? But then
exactly.
Jon Snow fucked it up by charging.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly.
at least that was believable. Here, what fucked it up? The battle tactics itself? The thing is, there was so much foreshadowing to the battle tactics. Like, they were positioning, they had the maps and stuff, and then they even talked about how Brienne was leading a certain battalion or something that had the high ground, and it's a good positioning. I'm like, what was that? Everyone was like all at the same area, and she wasn't leading anyone. All she was shouting and just attacking. He wasn't really leading.
Oh yeah, Bimo King of Ooh is savage in the chat. They could have filmed in the studio because the setting wasn't even apparent.
Yeah.
Oh man, you kind of feel that way though, right? It's hard not to. It's hard not to feel that way. It's so true. Oh wait,
I like what Matt Kevin says too.
Oh, go.
Oh, he was saying, what's the point of ghost fighting if he can't even do damage? It's pretty much true.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
No, dude, they gave him like dragon glass grills.
Dude. I just imagine that, dude. So funny.
It's like the entire wolf is white, and then you see him snarl and it's black. That's scary. That's scary.
Ian Amersheen made me realize where were the Knights of the Vale for this?
Yeah, actually.
They were there somewhere.
Oh man, see, like there's so much emphasis on the Dothraki, on the Unsullied, and a couple of Northerners, I guess, mainly the Archers. But where were the Knights of the Vale? Like they rushed this so hard.
That's
true.
They
rushed this, yeah.
The Knights of the Vale they also had a bunch of like mounted cavalry. That's what like
won
the
fight.
mounted cavalry. That's what won the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah,
by flanking.
Exactly.
Which
flanking
they know how
swiftly.
to do.
Yeah. And they didn't seem like to have a lot of people. You would think that in Game of Thrones, you almost had everyone fighting for you, except like Cersei's little group, right?
Yeah.
Like there should have been a hell of a lot of people. It's almost everybody in that whole world that went to go fight, dude. This is like for their lives. And it's just like, didn't seem like a lot of people were there.
I think it was only Northerners, because Cersei was that.
That's true.
Let them
Cersei
fight.
was like theoretically or behind the scenes was spreading propaganda that there were no White Walkers. That's why a bunch of people believed her and that she was just a crazy queen.
Yeah.
I got it.
But Cersei was kind of like the Ken Watanabe in the new Godzilla movie. Let them fight. But like, at the same time, it didn't like. I think that's one of the things that disappointed me the most, because of all the build up through the previous seasons, and then the lack of build up and importance it felt in the universe.
Yeah,
for this fight, for this one big battle that was supposed to be the big. What was it called? It's supposed to be the Long Night, the final battle. I don't know. Was it the lack of magic? Like, if you guys could answer that for me.
The first plot that was introduced in Game of Thrones is the White Walkers. Before you even see Ned Stark, you see a White Walker.
You see someone running away
the forest,
from
right? Yeah. In the forest, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So that's actually my big point. Yeah, that's actually my big point, because we start off with magic, we start off with horror, and then we end up, I love the politics and all of that, sure, but I was always hoping throughout the seasons that we'll get more magic, because they introduced Melisandre, we started talking about the Lord of Light and Azor Ahai. I thought it was all building up to bigger involvements with magic. And
Especially with her
in the
dark
end,
magic. That was cool, too.
yeah, right? It just ends up being a bit of a backstory, which is, I guess, the key of this season. You know, we're ending with the whole politics thing as the Iron Throne. Yes, we have dragons. Yes, we saw the Long Night, but at the same time, it doesn't feel fantastical enough to justify the build-up in the early seasons.
Yeah.
And it's the final battle, the battle against the Night King felt empty.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It's like while watching Game of Thrones in the previous seasons, you always had this feeling like, oh, what are they doing? You know, there's like the end of the world is coming, and they're here trying to fight about who's gonna sit on this chair.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, the chair was actually
Right.
Oh, which I
Seriously,
hate.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Exactly. The whole is exactly. You said it right. That's my whole thing I hate about it. The whole series was on this winter is coming, and it was there in a second and was out like
Yes.
in one episode. One
Yes.
freaking episode, dude.
That's exactly
Oh.
it. Like, you know, Juancho's right. The throne ended up being more important. But what I wanted was the fact that the squabbles of man would end up being petty and being like a figure of speech for what's it called? A symbolism for the real world, where in the grander scale of things, politics and all of that fall to the wayside when extinction is on its way. And I was really hoping for that kind of undertone and becoming the main theme, and we never got that. It ended up just being, people being petty is what ends up ruining the world, and it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
It's really sad, man.
I actually like the theory that what I thought might happen. They're like, oh, what if the Night King actually doesn't fight and goes to Cersei and tries to team up with her at the end? You know what I mean? like at first, you didn't see him for the longest time, right? So I'm like, where's he at? And then I was like, oh no, he's there. Wouldn't that be a crazy backstab? Like maybe he meets with her and is like, hey, let's team up and take him from the rear, literally. They would have no idea.
Or instead of
Low-key,
talking to her,
though,
he just
that's
turns
bad.
her. He just.
I
he
really
just
like
turns
the design of the zombie dragon, though. That was scary.
That's
Especially
so
when
cool looking.
After the half of the face was been off
Yeah.
already, and then
Yeah.
fire was leaking.
It was so sick.
And then John was. I thought for sure John was gonna fight a dragon. I wanted
Me
him to fight
too!
a dragon so bad.
Oh, I thought he was going. I thought he was actually gonna somehow tame it in a weird way. Like when I saw him yell, I was like, maybe he'll unlock his Targaryen power or something. Like, hey,
No.
you're mine to command.
I am the
I thought-
Mandarin.
I thought I think Kevin was the one who told me this, where the dragon would try and burn John, but since he's Targaryen, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was expecting that too. That didn't happen, right?
Yeah, but I think there were people pointed out on Reddit that he's been burned in the past.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he
Yeah,
fought
seems to me-
the white for the first time, he got burned.
Oh, okay. I think that was the mislead. That was so you don't think that.
yeah. I think Danny was
R plus
only
L.
specific to that not burning thing. I think.
I mean,
I thought they said it in an
Viserys
early
burned
episode.
that, too.
Yeah,
Well,
Sarah's is like, ah!
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the
Like, there's so much that again, the common theme is rushed, right? Like it feels
Yep.
too fast.
Exactly.
Plot lines you were hoping to get fulfilled were subverted, and just for the audience shock factor. And that's exactly what they say in the post show recaps. What is the best way to deliver a scene that subverts the expectations of the audience? And it's okay to some level, but at the same time, you gotta justify it. You gotta make it feel satisfying, and whether we can explain it properly with our own words or not, it just doesn't feel right in the end. And at the end of the day, that's kind of why we watch these shows. And Iron Hammerstream in the chat saying Game of Thrones becoming a teleserie or a soap opera. focusing more on the politics, which would have been okay if
Actually, lately it's been focusing more on the love. So he kind
the
of.
love stories.
Yeah, dude. Like, hindi sila nakatuluyan ni Arya pati si
No,
Kate.
no.
Ay, naku, si John naman. But halagan mo na siya.
In English for our
It only works in
foreign
Filipino.
It plays a dramatic song in the background.
It plays like a licensed song, like
Yeah,
On
exactly.
the Wings of Love. Oh man! And then it's the last dragon flying away on the wings
It's
of
slow
love.
mo's with a stare or something like that.
Oh man! I never stream says Tita Masha.
Yeah, I know.
She's your ad. Oh man! It's
Oh
yeah.
god, dude.
So
like, JB, ano ka ba? Babalikan mo pa yan.
oh my gosh! No, let's just
Oh god.
let's stop.
Oh god. Dude, they're gonna make money off of this now. That's gonna be the
Oh,
dub
man.
version, dude. The dub version of Game of Thrones.
Oh, just
yeah.
wait for it in Tagalog, like when
Yeah,
he message you.
exactly.
Ang laro ng trono. Alright, yeah, so I think for me personally, my biggest gripe with the series, since we're nearing the end, and we'll tackle this deeper next week. My biggest gripe is the fact that it lacks the whimsy that you were expecting them to build up to. It lacks the magic. I actually like in the books. The one time I read more about the characters in the books was through Reddit, because they were saying Euron Greyjoy was this mad magic user in the books. Like he's not Jack Sparrow. He's not a Jack Sparrow wannabe.
Greyjoy is scary. He's like final villain worthy in the books.
Yes.
He has a crown of shark teeth. He wears Valyrian steel armor.
Yeah. I remember seeing a picture of that.
And then he
Or showing that idea, I mean.
he has like he captured the world's religion, like representatives of Westeros, or the world's religion, well, the Westerosi world religion, and then hooked them up, and he tied them up onto a freaking boat just to see,
drowned him,
just
right?
and then tortured them like crazy just to unlock their religious powers or something, to tame something,
like
to tame like an elder god.
yeah, like the eldritch horrorness of Euron's character is what's lacking in this universe.
They got it with the first episode. He was so mysterious. Like when they first introduced him.
Yes, like how he just
out
appears
of nowhere in the bridge. That was.
And he talks about being the drowned god, right? He talks about the drowned god.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I there was so much potential for that character, and Juancho touched on it a little bit. There was a story in the books where he went into the city of is it Valyria? He went into Valyria.
Yeah, Valyria.
And he survived. You know, he went in there to get secrets and magic, and he survived. Like that alone, being part of his story makes him.
He came out with a dragon slaying horn, I think.
Oh my god! See,
Like,
That's actually a house I wish they.
Whoever blows it dies. But it's a dragon slaying horn. He came out with that.
That's one house I wish they would delved into more in the series. They didn't really, for me, I feel like they didn't really go into that house that much.
yeah.
Oh my god, Euron is super good in the card game. Do you play the LCG, Miko P?
Juancho getting distracted by that booty. Oh man, yeah. So, see, like the Game of Thrones series, we'll probably get to this more. I keep saying this. We'll probably like tackle this in more depth next week with all the behind the scenes stuff that we're gonna see and that last watch 1 hour special that we're gonna get. But what I thought we were gonna get this season, where we get the magic coming in and bulldozing everyone and showing the world that the fears that the Northerners had were actually valid, and the reason why Daenerys prioritized that over taking the throne would be valid. You know, like all that stuff that I hope we were gonna get was rushed in one episode, like Derek said, was gone in a second. And not only was it unsatisfying, you know, people kept talking about how, oh yes, Daenerys' story was hinted at throughout the seasons. Yeah, sure. But everything else that was hinted at throughout the seasons was just dropped in an episode in quick flashes. They focused on Sam stabbing walkers that were on his back while he was lying down instead of...
That was kind of funny. I know.
Dude, he was
How did
just
he not
on his back, and he was shouting, and he was stabbing things. I was like,
Right? You show us that. A scene that Sam could have filmed in a studio. You show us that. A scene that was not worthy of a scene. That was passing by. And chose to use those precious moments, seconds, certain minutes of each episode of Cersei just staring out on a balcony. You gave us all these random scenes that just ended up dragging out the point, like I am right now. And instead of giving us more meat and more reasons to believe in your end game, pun not intended, you ended up just giving us more fluff. And I think that's why I feel so hard done so far, is even throughout this most recent episode, I was still sort of hoping, but at the same time, I had to put it in my peripheral just to not be disappointed, you know? There was so much potential for this show, and episode by episode, minute by minute, I lose more and more hope. And that sucks because Endgame showed us. It's hard to not be compared to Endgame at this point because Endgame gave us everything we wanted in the same time span. You know, what we could have gotten with brief moments that Endgame gave us. You know, Endgame didn't need 7 hours of Pepper Potts being explained to have the rescue suit. No, they just showed it to us, and they did it in a way that made you believe, yes, she's probably been training since 5 years ago when the snap happened. Like, there's a lot of subtext that goes into those little moments that you put together and you trust the fans to see, and they never gave us enough of that. And I don't know if Juancho and Derek will agree with me, but like, you could have given us that in these episodes, these past episodes, and you chose to give us a white horse that happened to appear out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and we'll get it.
Yeah, that's cool. That was cool.
Right, like,
Oh
so much stuff that could have been explained and given us in flashbacks and tidbits that fell by the wayside to cheap scenes. And that's what disappoints me most, because I was so invested.
For me, I literally love everything, dude, and this is something I'm not starting to like. That's bad. I literally love everything. There's a lot of things that people hate that I'm like, that's pretty good for me. But now I'm just like, it's weird. It's like for episode 5, I didn't like it that much. Juancho loved it. It's like, so I thought for sure, I'm like, I think Juancho, we're gonna agree for once this week. Nope.
Yeah, this week is everyone's on the same boat, and part of me feels like I wanted to defend stuff, but at the same time, it's relieving that we all share, like, and again with the human thing, being able to share experiences, agreeing and also being in conflict are two great feelings to be able to hash out. But like,
it's gonna be good next week too. Everything's gonna end. You know what I mean? So like,
definitely.
Maybe we'll be like, everything will change. Maybe.
But as of this moment, as we tackle season 8, episode 2 to 4, edging on 5 a little bit, we tackle it more next week. I think it's safe to say, I'll let you guys talk for yourselves, but for me, very disappointed after the very strong start of episode 1 and 2 this season. 3, 4, and my feelings for 5 have tanked my expectations. Derek and Juancho.
Start, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Derek and Juancho.
Hated 3. 4 was okay until he left Ghost, and then it became. Oh my god.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I know.
And then, but yeah, then 5. I really like 5. Let's talk about it next week.
All right.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next week.
Well, we will.
We'll do 5 and 6 next week.
We could do 5 on Sunday Manila, Saturday night US.
Oh, like before the end.
Oh, dude, you want to like just have a viewing party?
Oh, on Discord?
Could
Yeah.
we do? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Can we-
dude, for the
can we
last
do that?
episode, and then just go straight
Ooh.
into talking about it.
We could.
Yeah.
We'll
Wait,
talk.
wait.
Yeah, we'll plan it. We'll
I
plan
get
it. We'll
it
plan it.
really early here.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's true.
I have HBO, like, and it's like we get it at 6 p.m.
Okay, we'll plan it out. We'll plan it out.
But you know what? We could do it. I don't mind watching it and then doing it like again. That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. We could get that. We could get that. Okay. We'll talk about it if we can in the after show. If not, on chat, and maybe we
Okay.
can Discord about it. We have 2 days to plan it. So stay tuned for that, people at home. Derek, your final thoughts, and
Yes.
Juancho. Derek first. Derek, final thoughts.
Yeah, strong start. Didn't like 3 at all, except like the dragon thing. That's probably like Juancho knows he kind of shares the sentiment with me. I love dragons, man. Dragons are so
Dude.
cool.
Dragon
And-
and flaming sword horse people.
Yeah, it's freaking cool. But like, they could have done so much, man. It's like, I don't know. It's just funny to see, like 5, how much a dragon can do, and 3, how much it didn't really do. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I don't know, man. It's a lot of things. 4 was like, I guess, better than 3 at least. At least it was leading to something else. But it was pretty. 4 was okay, man. I'm not really for those build-up episodes, except 2. Episode 2 was strong. I loved it because you
Yeah.
kind of feel everything. But the ending of 4 was like kind of like, oh, okay, I'm excited for next. With the Masande.
Yeah.
I think it would have been more dramatic if she yelled it like loud though. Like how loud.
Yeah. I kind of
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I
It's
actually
solid.
thought-
Then he's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's coming fast to an end, and it's kind of like, not really how I like it. I like things
Yeah.
played out long. How it's kind of been, but yeah. We'll see. We'll see Sunday, I guess. Right? That's literally the end.
Yes. Juancho, any other things you want to get off your chest before we move on to the end? Before we end the show?
Episode 5 was good.
All right, we'll get to that. Hopefully before the next episode airs. But, ladies and gentlemen, where is that? Where is that? Yes, that is it for us. Wait, no, there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me, Juancho, and Derek. We'd like to thank everyone in the chat for keeping us company. I and Hammerstream with the lovely, lovely zingers in the chat. I've been laughing my butt off throughout. Miko P as well. BMO King of Ooh has been absolutely savage. Nerf Diva, who was in here earlier as well. And InstaDZ. InstaDZ was joining in when we mentioned the Teleseria part. And Maddox as well. Kevin, brother, thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
I feel like more people are watching now that we started earlier. Let us know in the chat if an 11 a.m.
This
Manila,
time, yeah.
8 p.m. Pacific start is better for you. Let us know. Let us know. Tell me more. Tell me more. Derek and Juancho, it's been a fun episode. We got to tackle a lot of news and still managed to squeeze in half an episode's worth of Game of Thrones recap, and I can't wait for more. I can't wait for more. All right, here we go. Let's start off with Juancho. Where can people at home find you when you're not on the Quitsal and Geekcast?
You can find me at my Twitter, which is at Saldana Juancho, or my Instagram, which is at Juancho.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Or here. Normally just here. I haven't been playing Divinity lately, so
Yeah.
on Derek's stream.
God, man.
That's all right, Juancho.
I'm dying to play.
Maybe you could play some World of Warcraft with us, huh?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
All right. Well, Derek, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Geekcast?
You guys can find me on Twitch Monday to Friday as well. Usually they're like 6:30 to 9:30 at Sensei Humor. I do have a YouTube and Instagram as well, which is at Sensei Humor, spelled the same way. I'm usually playing Fortnite, but I went back because my Divinity boys have not been there for me in my times of hard sorrow. And maybe Sin will be back. But yeah, I'm going to be trying some RP with Herald in World of Warcraft. It's going to be fun, man. I'm going to make a shaman. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. I have a lot of fun ideas.
Oh, awesome, dude.
Yeah, because I really, like, just a little teaser. I kind of want to do, like, since I'm such a humor, I thought it'd be funny to do, like, a Pandaren monk. Or, excuse me, Pandaren shaman. And kind of talk,
you could
like,
do a Pandaren monk. That'd be
like, why we fight is why. You know what I mean? Like, very Asian. Kind of fits my thing too, so I thought it'd be funny.
Dude, yeah, you could go monk and not shot because you. Oh, okay, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
that's super
well, I'm
interesting.
still thinking about it. Yeah.
Damn, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juancho, come on, man, let's do it. Let's do it.
You can try the first 20 levels is free, so.
Yeah.
Now it's free.
If you end up liking it, I can pay for your first month. So.
All right. Okay. Let's go. Okay. When I get back.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. We got our fish.
I want to. I actually been thinking about making a shadow priest, kinda. Like,
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's get it. All right. So
here.
here's a little preview. I got to see our companions, Derek. I got to see Sorbetas.
Oh, there you go.
The blood elf hunter.
Oh, dude,
as he was journeying around.
That's like where I very first started, dude, as a blood elf in that place.
Yep, exactly. I got to follow him around. I don't think he knew it was me. I was just following him around, RPing behind him.
Dude, fun fact. So WoW is actually, just like a little side note, was my first MMO I ever played, and I'd never played an MMO. And my friends were like walking me through it a little bit. They're like, "Yeah, dude, just kind of go around there." And that's Silver. What's it called again?
Silver Moon.
Silver Moon. Yeah, they're like, yeah, just walk around a little bit and figure it out. I'm like level 30, dude, still in there, like not knowing what I'm doing. I don't even use any of my bars. I'm just auto attacking everything. I'm like, why am I dying so much? Dude? And they're like, Derek, use your freaking skills. I'm like, what skills? Like on the bottom. I'm like, oh. And I was like, for like the first 30 levels, dude, I was just dead. It's just
that's hilarious.
Good times, man. Good times.
Good times. Oh yeah, and then I also got to meet Fergus Grizzle, aka JM Torres, last night. I tracked him down in the Barrens in Durotar, and the party's coming together. I'm starting to drag everyone together for a common cause.
You guys are what do you call this? Horde?
Yes,
Horde?
we are Horde.
Dude, actually, one of my fondest memories with Juancho probably, dude. I kind of introduced WoW to Juancho, and we played in his condo, dude. It was so fun, man.
Yeah, that was
dude,
a good
we're just
summer.
all like snacks, just blankets, are just sitting there, and then some things happened during that time, but it was really fun.
You just did it. You just did it. You just picked a corner and you just did it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Good time.
Oh man. Yeah, so the lack of magic that we're looking for in Game of Thrones, we can fill in with Warcraft.
There you go.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Herald Plays, and of course here on the Quetzal Geekcast, and Wednesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific, with Diego Z and the Fury Bot. We're on Game Bite. That's our gaming podcast. And of course, you can check us out whenever we shoutcast Overwatch. Last week we shoutcasted a match for the Rose League, and it was so fun. The chat was super nice, and everyone in the Rose League organization was super nice to us. So thank you guys so much for accommodating us, and we're looking forward to shoutcasting more. Keep your eyes open for more opportunities. As June and July, we might be shoutcasting a lot of things with a lot of new people here on Quitstalling, so check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We want to thank all our followers like Van_Payne, Brugga Games, Eman Kun, Fabs Mewtwo, InstaDZ, who only recently started following us, even after he got modded. I am Onu, the Noob Lifer, Kebu TV, Oct_Over, and Gamer News Party. Human Panda 22, of course, who was in the chat earlier as well. Thank you for the 11 months in a row. As well as Francishu, our very own Sensei Humor, Miko P, and everyone else. Thank you to all our bit cheers like Nerf Diva, who was in here earlier. Neo Gear, Nope, plays Elder Jin, if not now, Gwen, and so much more. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. We're running out of time, so I gotta end this quick. We're gonna see you guys next week. All right, and maybe this Sunday, Philippine Standard Time, Saturday night, California, PDT Pacific. Maybe we'll do episode 5 of Game of Thrones. Maybe before, or maybe we'll do an earlier recap of the episode on Sunday night Pacific, Monday morning Philippines. Who knows? We'll plan it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Quit Slaying Geekcast. We got a lot of Thrones in. Till next time, we will see you same bat time, same bat channel. But till then, get off your butts and quit stalling. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.